And
This meeting is being recorded.
hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of WFSO Wrestling Talk with yours truly, Artrell Jones. Yeah, I nearly forgot. Maybe like after I did the interview earlier, that I had another one at 6, and this was a little makeup for Monday. So I'm glad when you get like a notification on your phone that yeah, you're supposed to do this. Okay. Got it. So, Bryan Colton, Big Rig, we're gonna interview him today. So I know he's in the waiting room. So, let's get him in here and we can, get started. So, should be another fun one. Okay, there we go. So just wait for him to get on and get the sound, everything else, and okay, gotcha. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. So I take it we know the nickname is Big Red and you got the hat on to prove it. So guess we can start it. What got you into wrestling?
Well, so as a kid, I was like 8 years old. I used to watch it with my grandfather, my father, and I always thought, be cool to do it. But my grandfather was a military guy. My father was a truck driver, and the irony is, I am the son of a trucker. So I drive a truck myself. I incorporated it into what I do in the ring, and so the name Big Rig is something that actually I get called on the CB radio. So.
Oh, CB radio?
Yeah, so that's what they call me on the CB.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They call me Big Rig, so I just took that as, and using that as the name.
And just stuck with it. So that's pretty cool. How was training life for you into wrestling?
So I did train a little bit originally with Nasty Boy Brian Knobs for a little while, and then I just decided to transition into training more locally with the late great Francisco Chiazzo. And so it was like 14 months of learning the basics, learning how to, dig the bumps, learning how to sell things the correct way, learning how to do promos in the right way, what to say, what not to say. So, but he was one of the best guys I've ever known in this business. And to be honest with you, it's an honor to even be able to learn from him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Were your parents or were there somebody like in the wrestling business that inspired you?
Like that I personally know, or just like
in general? In general.
So growing up, I always was a Regal fan, William Regal. The way he presented himself, the way he talked, whole story while in the ring. Guys like Rey Mysterio. I looked up to him because he was the short guy. I'm not exactly the tallest guy around. So if as a kid, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. So, there's multiple guys I looked up to growing up that inspired me to do this. Like my father was a trucker. Dusty Rhodes was that guy that just like my dad, he was the son of a plumber. My dad, was the son of a military man. I'm the son of a trucker. So, I mean, it's a big list of guys that inspired me to do what I do in this ring. So
that's pretty cool. When was your debut? Like when you had your official debut match?
So my first match was a battle royal style match. It was to crown the King of the Southeast, which was a tribute to my trainer, who is called the Shot Collar. But my official singles debut was a year ago, back in February, near the end of February of 2024. I faced a guy that I trained. I debuted over in the WWNTC down in Newport Richey area in Florida. I mean, it was a blast, but like I said, I trained with the guy for 14 months, so it was a big blast I had.
Oh, okay, so in a way, you're kind of like somewhat like new to the scene. So, how's your like experience with being in like wrestling so far? Like, what you like and don't like, or what you just like in general?
So, I like interacting with the fans. The fans are who make us or break us. It's always about the fans. It's always about how you present yourself, and a lot of times it's hard to get the fans either to hate you, to cheer for you, and it's one of those things where you have to know how to interact and how to pick up what the fans want and incorporate that into a match, and like there's issues that I have where, there's a lot of backstage politics, but for the most part, I have no complaints. I mean, within a year, I've traveled to Tennessee, I'm going to Georgia soon, Alabama, North Carolina. So, I mean, within a year, I've taken the trainings that my trainer, my great friend, taught me, and I'm incorporating that into these other states, and doors are just opening up for me.
That's good, and hopefully, more will be coming up in the, upcoming days, weeks, or whatever. Who was your favorite opponent to face so far?
Wow. There's a list. I can't really pick one, but I had a partner, I had a street fight with him. That was one of my big matches, and, Jules Bradley was a great one. And I faced, Iron Kaiser Krieger. That was a good match I had. And I just had one recently against Alejandro Bravo in Daytona, D-Land area. And I thought that was a good match, personally. I mean, I can't really complain about any of the people I faced, but those are like the three top guys that I feel like I had really good matches with.
Oh, okay. So, what do you choreograph your like wrestling? Does it go by technician, high flyer, or?
So my character's more, because I'm more of a brawler type. I'm not, as a trucker, I'm more of a harder, like brawling style guy. I don't really fly unless, I'm risking everything to win something big. So, like for example, when I faced Jules Bradley in a street fight, I did a big frog splash and put him through a table because it meant something. But ultimately, I'm just a big brawler type.
Okay. Let's see. Are there any promotions so far that you want to like join with?
I mean, there's a couple. I mean, I'm sticking my toes in the water still. I got another one in Daytona I'm trying to get on to. There's one in Tennessee I'm trying to get on, which I'm in talks with them now. But I'm trying to get back to another promotion in Tennessee that I wrestled for. They train under the Jacobs and Pritchard School.
Oh.
But I'm trying to get in back over there. But down here in Daytona, there's one called Riot Pro Wrestling. I'm trying to get in there because they're somewhat local to me. And, I'm just trying to get more local for now before I out-branch. But as of right now, I'm just trying to dip my toes in the water.
Okay. Any accomplishments that you have in wrestling so far?
Honestly, not yet. I mean, 2025 is my year. I'm aiming to make it my year where I become a champion finally. But as of right now, there really isn't many accomplishments that I've had. I mean, the only accomplishment I've had is, like I've said before, getting to train with Francisco Chiazzo. But other than like meeting him, knowing him, there really haven't been any accomplishments that I've had in this business yet. But again, I'm still new. It's only been a year, but as of 2025 this year, I plan on becoming a champion.
Who is your dream match against who?
That's a big question. You know, I'm just gonna stick with the guy that I know pretty well. His name's August Artrell. He was also trained by the same guy I was trained by. You know, right now he's the FIP World Champion. I think later down the road, once I have enough training, once I get better in this business, I think he would be a really good guy that I would love to have a match with.
Okay. So let's see, like not much accomplishment so far, but what would be, your main goal, like into the wrestling business? Like, what would be your main goal?
Honestly, the main goal of doing this is, there's two things. One was to show, my kids it's never too late to follow your dreams. It doesn't matter, regardless, whether it works out or not. At least you can say you followed your dreams. But the main goal I'm looking for and trying to accomplish is to be able to do this as a living, as a career. I enjoy doing this instead of driving trucks all the time. I mean, it's something that I looked forward to when I was, like I said to you earlier, like when I was 8 years old. So I'm living my childhood dream, and I couldn't find anything better than to do something that's a childhood dream than to do it as a career.
Yeah, hopefully people will be like so successful for what they want to do. Like wrestling will be one of them. So hopefully you get called up for like joining like the big names and stuff like that. So who are the big names you looking like up to like today? Like who?
It's like right now I go back and I watch Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Jake the Snake. I watch those guys and I study like the mannerisms, how they talk, like when they talk, what the point they're trying to get, and like there's a few guys now that I watch and I study. Like I'm not a big fan of him in general, but like CM Punk, like when he talks, something's gonna go down. Like Seth Rollins, he's good. Cody Rhodes is good. Like, but William Regal, the older guys that I grew up with watching, like Shawn Michaels too. Like I base a lot of my stuff off them. So I really don't like. I watch the new stuff. I watch stuff now, but I really don't get behind what they say as much as I did back with like when Roddy Piper spoke, when Bret Hart spoke. So I kind of look up to more of the older guys than I do the newer guys, and like kind of like how I was trained was to study these guys over the newer guys, because the old guys are the old school. That's how I was trained, was like the old school way. So I can't really, like I said, the only, like I mentioned a few, like Punk, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, like those guys I study, I listen to, like they're good when they talk, but I have to go back to the old school guys.
And we're going back to the old school guys. So you think you're going to be able to keep on doing it for like the next 10, 15 years?
I've been right now, like when I started, I was out of shape, and I'm like, even like now, I'm in like the best shape I've ever been in like my entire like life. Like I lost a little over 100 pounds from when I started the training, and like I hit this is honestly the best shape I've been in my entire life, and more energy. I got kids, so it's a two-way. I got into shape, and I also now have more energy to take care of the family, the kids, and all that. So I think right now with the shape I'm in, I could probably do this for probably the next 10, 15 years, no doubt.
Okay, that's good. Have your kids seen you wrestle?
Oh yeah, they're still my biggest supporters. They got my own. They actually have my merch, and they wear it every time they watch me wrestle. So trust me, they're like my biggest supporters. My wife watches. My parents come and watch. So I got supporters regardless. But they love watching me drive that truck. So
That's pretty cool. So when I know we talked about earlier about branching out and stuff like that. Um, do you think there's somewhere you like want to go like that's in like the Midwest to branch out when you get the chance, or like Midwest or West Coast or anything like that?
I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, if they reach out, because I mean, I wouldn't be against wrestling California, Texas, Colorado. If they reach out to me, cool. I mean, I'll listen. I don't mind traveling out there. Like I said, I don't mind dipping my toes in the water, so to speak. I've never been to those places that often. Sometimes I drive through there in the truck, but I don't stay long enough to, visit or sightsee or whatnot. But I mean, I love to get out there in different areas, California, even like Northeast, like Maine and all them, like the New England area.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind traveling anywhere to sightsee, wrestle, go somewhere different. So, I mean, I'm down.
Okay. If a promoter comes up to you and said that they want to pick you for their show, like, what would you say to them if they're watching right now?
I mean, my inbox is always open. I mean, my contact information is on my Facebook. I got email on there. I mean, I'm down to talk. And basically, if you want to work, I'm willing to work at a deal. I want to make it work. I mean, I'm easy to work with. I don't give a price. Typically, I'm down to negotiate a price, whatever, where it works on both sides. So, I mean, if you're there watching, reach out.
Right, and hopefully somebody does. A few more questions. Do you think your kids would be interested in getting into this profession?
So I don't think my daughters would be, but my son, my youngest. I mean, he's my youngest, but he's definitely more into the wrestling than my daughters are. I mean, I wrestle with him. I wrestle him all the time. He loves it. He watches wrestling. When my videos come up on the TV on the YouTube, he sits there and watches. I always says, that's my dad. So I mean, I feel like more in the route that he would take over my boots, so to speak,
Yeah.
than they would. I mean, my daughters ain't really big wrestling fans, but they just love they're my fans. So I mean, they will tolerate wrestling as long as I'm doing it, and I can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Since you think your son's probably gonna be in the ring, so that would be like interesting to see. What are the upcoming events that you will be at in the near future?
So this month or this month coming up, I'm taking it a little easier. But March 8th, I'll be in Clearwater for OCC or at the OCC for Rock and Wrestling, and March 16th, I'll be in Alabama. And then April, I'm getting bookings. So like basically I'll be booked all next month. Going to Indiana, Georgia. I got what was it? Yeah, I'll be in Georgia, and then 2 in Florida. So I mean, I'm working out pretty well in April, but March I'm just taking it a little easier, getting a little break in.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. You want to like take a little bit of a break before you restart your juices. So I understand that. Where can everybody find you?
like I said, on social media, like Facebook, I have a lot of my stuff tagged. I have a YouTube, a TikTok page. I'm local most of the time here in Florida. But like I said, I'm traveling out. But if you want to know where I'm going to be, follow my Facebook page. I also post the same stuff on my TikTok as well. But ultimately, typically I'm in Florida most of the time, but I'm hoping to change that, and I'm hoping to, expand out. But any questions you have in regards to where I'm going to be, I'd say just go to my Facebook and follow, and it'll keep you up to date with where I'm going to be.
Okay, cool. Big Rig, I appreciate you being on here, and it was a fun interview.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
No problem. You have a good one.
You too, man. Thank you.
No problem. And that's Bryan Colton, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, pretty good. If y'all want to look for him, like you said, he's on Facebook, YouTube, and all that good stuff.
I also have a merch store that's also linked on my Facebook. So if y'all want to support, it's on there too.
Okay. The guy's got merch, so you guys got opportunity to check it out.
All right.
So,
I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
No problem. So, guys, I think that's pretty much all interviews that are gonna be done for this week, and I know I got some lined up next week. I might end up doing I might do one for my wife. Either I'll probably would do it either tonight or probably would do it tomorrow, because I know there's a lot of stuff going on here with just like wrestling stuff that's coming up and all that other good stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. This interview will be out tomorrow. It'll be out at 5 p.m. Central Time. So y'all can just look for this one to be out tomorrow. Also, I know I got to put the interview from earlier today to put it on our website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. So yeah, I got to put that on there. Let's see, who did not say hello to that was on here. Charity T. Okay, she just got on and got off. Dylan Martinez, hello. Monty Paborian, what's going on? Okay, and plus people that's viewing on Twitch as well. So like I said, I promised I was gonna let it be like a little bit lighter in here, and so at least everybody can see. Anyways, probably the next time I will be on here will be talk about the Bucks game. I'm thinking maybe after the Bucks game, maybe I'll do a little bit of interview with the wife. So maybe do something special for that. I know I was supposed to wait until I actually do it, but it is what it is. So you guys on Twitch, I appreciate y'all watching. Either WFSO or WFSO2. Check it out. Please, follow us on the platforms, and share the channel. Actually, we do live content almost every day. Yeah, almost every day. So we do that. Talk about wrestling or Milwaukee Bucks, developments going on in Milwaukee, and comic book stuff. So yeah, speaking of comic book stuff, I know there's some few of the comics I gotta put up. So I'm probably gonna do that before I go watch the Bucks game. So within the hour of the Bucks game, we will be back on just to review the game. And like I mentioned earlier, I thought they was gonna be on the road, but nope, they will be here. So yeah, should be interesting. After you guys that's watching on YouTube, either pre-recorded or live, please follow us, and well, not to follow us, but like and subscribe. And I appreciate the likes I got. So thank you guys. And hopefully y'all did subscribe. Last time I checked, we were 3 subscribers to go for getting to 500. So hopefully we can get there by the end of the day tomorrow. well, y'all probably be, when y'all watch this, it probably will be Friday. So hopefully by today that we will get to 500 subscribers. And the main goal is get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So hopefully, we can get there. So we get more than that for like subscribers. That would be pretty cool. Over 2,500 videos that we got on YouTube. Please check them out. Also, we're on Spotify too. So the guys that you're listening on Spotify, we got like a lot of content on there as well. So, please check out some of the past content on the podcast. So have an opportunity for that. Like I said, over 2,500 videos and counting. So wherever's your interest, that'll probably be your interest. And I know we probably gonna end up doing a show update for like upcoming other programs for next month. So watch out for that. Check out the website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Not only we does like talk about upcoming events in the Midwest, but we also talk about we took photos with like wrestlers and also took photos at Bucks events as well. And like I said, more information about the Hernandez being rate will be up pretty soon. So, a little bit of information is up now. So hopefully, we'll, get stuff in order. And also thank Mike and Robin Thompson for the sponsorship for WFSO. I know I need to start bringing them on here just to talk about, and plus speaking with one of the sponsors, I did do like a online interview you can check out on wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. So get an opportunity, check it out. Let me get out of here and get set up for watching tonight's game. And until the next video, you guys have a good one. And please, I need y'all's support. Please support the channels and all the other platforms that we're on. So until then, you guys have a good one and see you later. Let's see. Okay.
The recording has stopped.